Going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Let's move that. Happy Monday morning. Alright, let's get this ready to go. Give it a minute. There we go. That's better. That's better. Alright. Get that up. So open that. Go to Twitch. Make sure everything's going well. See myself talk. Everything looks good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. I know sucks. Weekend's over. I'm lucky. My boss, who's also my dad, is out in Florida right now, so I don't have work scheduled. So I have today and tomorrow off, which is pretty good. And then back to work Wednesday. So I figured, why not just make use of this time that I have off into a tier list. So gonna give it a minute, wait for everybody to see the notifications. I don't know why I want to make this. What I really want to do was this. Well, I'm sorry, I still am gonna do this. I'm gonna open it up right now. Madden is releasing brand new cards today. Let's see how that looks on stream first before I actually start talking about it. Looks pretty good. So there's brand new cards in Madden. There's gonna be right here. You can see a new Davante Adams, which looks insane. Very, very excited for this card to drop. I'm gonna try and get him. Oh, got a burp. Oh, that was nothing. Brand new Marshawn Lattimore, which looks really good. They haven't released the abilities or the X Factors yet, so we still gotta wait for that. New Marshawn Lynch, which, I mean, with AKA now, there's no point in adding cards unless they're like absolutely cracked out of the mind like AKA cards are, because nothing's gonna beat Gus Edwards. There's a new AKA card that also comes out today. I don't know if it's at the same time or what EA's doing with it or what Madden's doing with it, but it's this Cordell Patterson right here. He looks really good. He's going to be a top 5 running back in the game. 98 overall. Going to be boosted to 99 in most people's teams. And he has a special X Factor, which is, Phenom right here. What I believe it is, is it the same as Gus Edwards, but it's not as good, I believe. Anyways, but this actually, I will say that this Janoris Jenkins, the Jackrabbit card, first of all, looks nuts, and also is a very, very good card with a very good ability. So I want to try and pick him up if I can. But that's later today. I will be doing a separate stream for that, so stick around if you guys want to see me open some packs. But that's not what you guys are here. You guys are here to watch me rank all these quarterbacks. There's a lot of quarterbacks on here. So without further ado, we're going to crack right into it. I would say let's go left to right. Let's just pick somebody out of the blue. Not even look. This guy right here. Who's this? That's my tab. How about this guy right here? Mac Jones. Are you shitting me? It's only fitting I get the jersey. It truly is a great way to start this list with the one, the only, Patriots legend, future Hall of Famer, Mac Jones. Obviously, I'm joking. In all seriousness, Mac Jones has been okay. He's been absolutely mid. My hair's probably a mess now from putting that jersey on. I don't really care. He's been mid. His first season, very good for a rookie. Last year, left a lot on the table. A lot to be desired, and that's why I kind of was hoping we picked up a really good receiver, and there's still a chance we get D-Hop. I really don't think so, though. Now with Bill O'Brien as OC, with him and Hopkins back in Houston, I don't think that's happening. So right now, I'm putting Mac Jones in C. I don't think that's going to complain. I don't think anybody's going to complain unless you're a New England fan. I'm a New England fan, and he belongs in C. He is mid. He's mid. That's it. All right, next we'll go with Justin Fields. I think he has a higher ceiling than Mac Jones. Definitely with the rushing ability and about the same arm strength. Maybe Mac Jones is a little better. He did sling it a lot in college, Mac Jones, but he also had like Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs. Yeah, everybody knows what happened with him. God, I'm forgetting a big name. Jalen Waddle. He had a whole crew of people at Alabama. So he does have an arm. I think he just needs better receivers. And I don't think Mike Gesicki's the answer. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go with Drew Big Cock Lock, D tier. I mean, he didn't beat out Geno in preseason last year, and I mean, he kind of sucked in Denver anyways, and in Seattle, he really didn't do much. So, not much to say about him. Aaron Rodgers, as of right now, I gotta put him above Justin Fields. I don't think he's that much better. I do believe in New York he's gonna have very, very good weapons. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. He's got Lazard back. He's did they bring in Randall Cobb yet? Don't know. I know he wanted to bring in Mercedes Lewis, who is, I don't even know how old Mercedes Lewis is, but damn. All right, Baker. Damn, this sucks. I would have put him with Mac Jones. I really would have. But he just has nothing. He's still a former first-round overall pick, but he just has sucked. He has been horrible. And now he's in Tampa with, I mean, he's got great weapons now. He's got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashad White. He's got tremendous weapons in Tampa, and so hopefully he can prove it. Because he really didn't have many. He had okay weapons in Cleveland. He had OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Njoku, Nick Chubb. He had pretty good weapons there. The Rams, he didn't have Kupp because I'm pretty sure Kupp was injured. But I don't know. And then Carolina, DJ Moore was really his top weapon. And then McCaffrey for a little bit. Speaking of Carolina, Sam Darnold, who is now actually with San Francisco on a one-year deal. I forgot about that. Darnold, buddy, you're going E tier. I think I'd honestly rather have Baker Mayfield than Sam Darnold. I don't like Sam Darnold. I thought he was going to be alright coming out of college. Granted, the New York Jets organization ruins draft picks. I'm not going to get into it. They did very, very well this past year. But years prior, I mean, Sam Darnold has just been nothing. I won't lie. All right, next. Matty Ice, D tier. Former MVP, has been to a Super Bowl. Obviously, everybody knows how that Super Bowl went. I'm not going to get into it. Right now, is just a shell of himself. Nothing what he used to be. I'm pretty sure the Colts actually cut Matt Ryan now, so I'm pretty sure he's a free agent unless somebody picked him up and I just haven't been paying attention. So, Matt Ryan's going to stick in D tier. These quarterbacks are just kind of like, they're not the bottom of the garbage pan, but they're pretty low, I won't lie. Let's go with, oh God, dude, I don't know the rookies. I don't know who this is. Alright, so we're going to skip these two. I really don't know who these guys are. I don't know if they're rookies that coming out this year or what. I don't know how updated this tier list is. But Joe Shiesty, let's put one in S tier right away. Joe Shiesty's S tier. I don't think there's any complaining. He did start last year a little rough. But, I mean, the way he just finished the last 3 quarters of the season and into the postseason was incredible. Again, a number 1 overall pick in 2020, I believe. He's just completely turned that franchise around from Cincinnati being literally the worst team, or one of probably top 3 worst teams in the league, to getting Joe Burrow. Granted, his first year, I'm pretty sure it was his first year, he got knocked out by Chase Young in one of their games, and basically just, I don't know if I think he tore his ACL that game or something. I know he got rocked that game. And after that, 2021 and 2022, phenomenal quarterback play from Joe Burrow, and he deserves to be S tier. It's a love-hate relationship with Justin Herbert. Don't hate me on this. I think Justin Herbert is a great quarterback. I think he still has a bit to prove. I mean, he's got very good weapons. I think he should be doing more with those weapons. I think he had a very good year in 2021. This past year, he did all right, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him or it's the Chargers organization. They choke so bad because I'm going to bring up the Jacksonville game in the playoffs. They can't hold a lead. It's so frustrating. I'm not putting it all on Justin Herbert, but something's got to be done. Something's got to be changed. I don't know what they got to do. Austin Eckler wants to go out and go get more money somewhere else. Keenan Allen's getting old. I think they signed Mike Williams last year, so he's still got those 2 at least, but something's got to change. Geno Smith. What a comeback story for Geno Smith. From being what did he get drafted by the Jets? Like in 2014? So, and then being a backup his whole career, Geno Smith literally turned his career full 180, had the best year he's ever had. And everyone doubted him. Literally, everybody doubted him. He wrote everybody off. I'm sure there were some people out there saying, "Oh, Geno's gonna be great." I don't believe you. But I'm so happy for Geno. Awesome for him. I mean, at least fantasy wise, I know nobody drafted Geno in any of my leagues. I know DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett flew down the board because nobody knew what Geno Smith was going to be doing. That, and no one knew if it was going to be Geno Smith or Drew Lock over here. So, Geno Smith, absolutely, I would take him right now for 1 year. I think I'd take him over Mac Jones. I really would. I really would. Jalen Hurts, I'm putting him in S tier. I don't know why I'm putting him in S tier though. He proved that he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Absolutely. I think he deserves to be in S tier. My thing is, the conversation I have with my dad a lot actually is Jalen Hurts. Was it last year? So not this past year, but the year before when he was splitting reps with was that 2 years ago? I don't know. I guess we're not going by that. We're going by this past year. This past year absolutely deserves to be S tier. Both fantasy-wise, he won the team games. He was their MVP. Granted, they also traded for A.J. Brown, which they absolutely fleeced the Titans, getting A.J. Brown on draft day. I think it was on draft day, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, A.J. Brown, huge difference maker for Philadelphia, but all that couldn't have been done without Jalen Hurts over here. So he is being put in S tier. Kirko Chains. That is tough. Is there like an A- tier? Let's be honest. Kirk is above average. He's not an A tier. I wouldn't put him with Rodgers and Herbert. Kirk is average. And if we're going to do this, I'm going to do this. Nope. I'm moving back there. I do it like that. If that's how we're going to rank B tier. D tier, I don't really care. I wouldn't care about any of these guys. And I do say Joe Burrow is better than Jalen Hurts. Rodgers, Herbert. I'd probably put Herbert, actually, ahead of Rodgers. But Kirk Cousins had a really good year this year. I don't think he can... I don't know what more he can do. They just lost Thielen. Their number 2, KJ Osborne, is pretty good. I think they got to bring in a decent wide receiver too. I don't know who. I think they got to bring in somebody else to help out Jefferson. I mean, they got Hawkinson and everything still. Dalvin Cook's getting old. They just re-signed C.J. Ham and Alexander Mattison too. I learned my lesson with Dalvin Cook, though. I'll say that right now. I'll make a running back tier list another day. Dalvin Cook is getting old, man. Dude, I think I drafted Dalvin Cook in fantasy 2 or 3 years in a row. And I mean, the past 2 years, absolutely not worth it. But it's not about Dalvin Cook. It's about Kirk Cousins. I think he's high B tier for sure. Especially when you got one of the best wide receivers in the league. You deserve to be in that tier. And the man I was actually just thinking about, Derek Carr. Again, I think I'd barely take him over Mac Jones. I don't think he's much anymore. He's getting old. Now he plays in New Orleans. But, I don't know. You have Devontae Adams, who was a top 3 wide receiver, in my opinion. You had Darren Waller, who was injured most of the year. You had the leading rusher in Josh Jacobs. Hunter Renfrow, who was also injured. So, it's not entirely on Derek Carr's fault, but he's getting old. I don't think he can sling it much anymore. And now that he's in New Orleans, God forbid Michael Thomas plays more than 2 games. I like Michael Thomas. I hope he actually does good this year. He's got Chris Olave down there. He can be used with Taysom Hill, maybe, because now, back last year was Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. Now it's going to be Derek Carr, Jameis Winston. Probably use Taysom Hill more somewhere else. Obviously, tight end. I mean, that Taysom Hill. I don't think he's in this list. If he's in this, I don't see him anywhere in this list. So, that sucks. I definitely put him, like, somewhere high. Because he's just, as a quarterback, he kind of sucks. But he's kind of sick. But while we're on the topic, Jameis Winston, we'll put him high-end D tier. Obviously, yes, you can bring up his 5,000-yard season in, like, 2019, I think it was, when he had the 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions, which is still insane. But 5,100 yards, something like that. He's not good anymore, in my opinion. I would rather have Mac Jones over him. I'd rather have Derek Carr over him. That's just my opinion on Jameis Winston now. And I think he just re-signed with New Orleans, too. All right. Let's see. Who else have we got here? I can't say much about Trey Lance. I think he will be better than Mac Jones. Right now, with everything going on in Trey Lance's story, obviously got drafted in the same year as Mac Jones. I think it was 2021. I think. I'm pretty sure it was 2021. I'm pretty sure this was his sophomore year. Then backed up Jimmy Garoppolo for a whole year. And then this year was supposed to be Trey Lance's coming out story. Like, let's go. He's coming out. Like, this is his first year as a starter. Gets injured on, like, the third game of the year. Not even, maybe, like, the second game of the year. And I feel so bad for him. It's not his fault. I think he still has a lot of talent. In fact, I'm doing this. I'm putting him above Derek Carr and Mac Jones. I think he's high-end C tier. But we got to see if he can prove himself. So, Dak Prescott, I might have to put him right after Kirk Cousins. They're about the same to me, really. I don't see much with Dak Prescott. I did like him earlier this season, and then I just realized, like, he's not much better than Kirk Cousins, if better at all. I think they're literally about the same. I don't see much of a difference there with him and Kirk Cousins. Jimmy Garoppolo, about the same as Mac Jones, I won't lie. I don't think he's anything special anymore. But the thing is with Jimmy Garoppolo, he has been stacked with weapons ever since he left the Patriots. Went to San Fran. I don't think he had Debo back then. Maybe I'm talking on my ass. I know the first year he was there, he got injured, I think, and then they went like 3-14. They did horrible. But everywhere he goes, he has a winning record. That's it. And now he's with the Raiders, actually with Derek Carr. That's kind of funny. Now he's with the Raiders, and he still has pretty good talent. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfrow, Jacoby Myers. Yeah, they're building the freaking Patriots over there now. It's kind of ridiculous how many Patriots they're picking up. But I put them right there. I'd say these three right here are pretty much the same. Trey Lance is like a slight step above, but still waiting to see what's going on with him. Let's get another S-tier quarterback in here. It's Josh Allen. I don't think there's any question about it. In fact, I think Josh Allen depends. It depends how you see it. If you want to talk fantasy-wise, it's like that. If you want to talk in the clutch, making fewer mistakes, it's like that. Joe Burrow is better in the clutch, in my opinion. But Josh Allen, extremely good quarterback. It sucks being a Pats fan now because obviously he kind of burns us in every game unless there's like 40-mile-an-hour winds and Mac Jones throws less than 3 passes, like that one game last year. Don't remind me. But we still won that game, like 6-3. But Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, top 3 easily, not even a question about it. Just moving on. Moving on to Marcus Mariota. Damn, that is tough. I really liked Marcus Mariota in Tennessee. It hurts me to put him this low. I was actually kind of hyped when he went to Atlanta because I'm like, oh, he can revive his career. He played in Oakland for a little bit as a backup to Derek Carr. He's nothing anymore, and it sucks. It sucks saying it. I'm actually going to put him right next to his partner in the 2015 draft. I'm guessing it was the 2015 draft when these two got drafted. So I'm putting them side by side. I really feel bad for Marcus Mariota. It really does suck. And I just hope he gets a career revival somewhere else. Because now they got this guy, which I'm just going to rank right now. The 22-year-old that looks like he's freaking 40. Desmond Ridder. You know what? Let's just split him up, dude. I don't think Desmond Ridder is that good yet. He has not proved himself. He's got weapons. That's it. That's Atlanta right now. Atlanta just signed Jesse Bates from Cincinnati as their safety. I know they made another big move. Oh, yeah, Jonnu Smith. No, that one sucked. You guys can have Jonnu Smith for, like, whatever we gave him, like a 7th rounder. Well, if they give us, like, a 7th or 6th rounder for him. Better than nothing, but he's got Kyle Pitts. You got Drake London. 2 very young, good superstars in the making. I think Desmond Ridder will have a great career. I hope he has a great career. Right now, he's D tier. I don't think he's anything special. I didn't see anything special last year, and I just hope that, wow, we got a lot of NFC South quarterbacks here. We got New Orleans, Atlanta, that's not one. Tampa, Atlanta. That was kind of funny. All right. Danny Dimes really did prove himself this year. I really don't want to put him here. I don't like Daniel Jones, but he did prove that he can go out and win a game. He can. And I think I'm putting him above Kirk and Dak just because of his running ability. I think Kirk and Dak throw the football better. And I think Daniel Jones runs the football better. And sometimes that's what you need to win a game. And again, I don't think he's much better. I'd say it's pretty split even between these three. But Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. Actually, now it's Danny Dollars because he just signed that big contract. The high-end B tier. I think that's fair. I don't think he's A tier just yet, and I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as these three. I'm keeping Trey Lance out of this. Trey Lance doesn't deserve to be this low. All right, next up, Kyler Murray. Oh, dude, if it's double XP weekend, I'm talking down here. But in all reality, that's tough. Maybe here. I don't know if he can go out and win a game. I think he's had great weapons around him, and he hasn't really been able to prove it. I mean, you got DeAndre Hopkins on your team. Obviously, everybody knows the catch from DeAndre Hopkins against Buffalo in 2020. That catch was insane. That was all DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, it was good scrambling from Kyler Murray to try and get open and make some room for Hopkins. He didn't make any room for Hopkins. He was triple teamed. He still caught it. But Kyler Murray, mid B tier. If he stays healthy, he can definitely be low end A tier. I agree. He can be low end A tier, but right now he's just B tier for me. I don't think he's anything great yet. We'll see. Trevor Lawrence. Finally, Goldilocks right here. Battle of the Hairs. Trevor Lawrence, dude. I might buy myself a Trevor Lawrence jersey. I'm not gonna lie. The reason for that is this man carried my shit fantasy team in my 12-man league. I'll tell you who I drafted. I drafted Matt Stafford. We're going to talk about Matt Stafford after this one. He just sucked. And I'm like, dude, in my league, they draft quarterbacks like they're going in style right now. Because there is nobody left on waivers except for like Zach Wilson or who else was there? Ryan Tannehill. There was horrible quarterbacks out there on the waivers. But at the time, Trevor Lawrence was there. This was before he broke out and started getting like 18 points a game. I picked him up, dropped Matt Stafford because he got injured. The day I picked him up, or the week I picked him up, is the week he started blowing up. I think it may have been a week after maybe, because I think Stafford got hurt. Trevor Lawrence still kind of sucked for a week, and then he started blowing up. So Trevor Lawrence went out and proved it to the haters that, hey, I got weapons. I can make it work. I can go win a playoff game. I can come back from like 28 points in a playoff game, maybe even more. I think it might have been 24 actually. I think it might have been 24-0 at halftime. Don't count me on that. I gotta look it up. He proved that he can come back in a playoff game. Granted, he has some very good. I think Jacksonville is slept on this year. Trevor Lawrence, top 10 quarterback in the league. I don't think that's questionable. Top 10 quarterback in the league. Travis Etienne, top 15 running back, maybe. Nothing great yet. He was all right last year. Calvin Ridley, who granted has not played a snap for Jacksonville and has not played football in over a year and a half, I think. Because I think he left in like the middle of 2021 because he had mental stuff going on. And then he had the whole thing with the gambling thing. I'm not getting into it. He's got Calvin Ridley, who was a top tier wide receiver 1 in Atlanta all those years ago, like 2 years ago. So he's got that. He's got his boy Christian Kirk, who, yeah, he got signed to that huge contract in Jacksonville out of Arizona, and I'm like, dude, everyone's like, why are you paying this guy so much? He didn't prove that he was worth that much, but he proved that he can be a number one. I think he was. I don't think he can always be that number one. But he proved that he can go out there and put up big numbers. You got Zay Jones, who did phenomenal for like 5 or 6 weeks, like getting like 30 plus points. It was ridiculous. Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, who's been all right, and then Evan Ingram, who just revived his career in Jacksonville after sucking all those years in New York with the Giants. After being, I think it was like one of the highest tiered tight ends in the draft or something, and he just absolutely plummeted. But then he signed with Jacksonville, I think they, for 1 year, I think, which was last year, and now they franchise tagged him. I think they franchise tagged him this year. So that's my thoughts on Trevor Lawrence. Let's move over to Russell Wilson. I don't care, dude. Last year, I'm not a Russell Wilson fanboy. All right, let's do that. Let's rearrange that. Yes, okay. If we're going by last year, Russell Wilson's down here. I'm not gonna lie. Russell Wilson sucked last year. I don't think it was all his fault. I'll make it fair. I'll put him behind Dak. I think he still got it. I think that Denver's finally they got rid of Nathaniel Hackett, bringing in Sean Payton. One of the most forgotten moves of the offseason is Denver signing Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton's going to change the offense. And I think good things are going to happen with Denver now. And I think Russell Wilson is going to have a good, not great year. Maybe like 4,100 yards. I guess that's a pretty good year. 4,100 yards. I think Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy are going to have some good years as well. Hopefully Javonte Williams recovers from the ACL tear and everything. Everything goes good for Denver. I really hope everything goes good. And I really hope Russell Wilson stops getting all the unnecessary hate. It wasn't all his fault. It really wasn't. Next, Jared Goff surprisingly had a very good year. I put him on par with Geno Smith. I don't think anybody expected Jared Goff to have that good of a year. He's got some decent weapons. He did lose Hawkinson. He had Jamal Williams, who, I mean, just when you're on the 1 yard line, Jamal Williams is like having oh my god, what the hell's his name? This is a freaking running back from Madden. I can't think of his name, but he basically, if he's on the 1 yard line, he's getting a touchdown. So you had Jamal Williams, Amon-Ra, the Sun God St. Brown. Oh god, I know I'm blanking on one. Oh, Jameson Williams that they just drafted last year, who was hurt most of the year, and he proved that he can go out and catch deep balls. So Jared Goff, I think he's gonna have a similar year. If he has a similar year to last year, I think that's a success. But I think they do need to get a better quarterback in the future, whether that's drafting or trading for the Lamar Jackson. He's gonna be low end S tier for me. I think if Detroit trades for Lamar Jackson, I think that's a pretty good trade. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a pretty good trade. But Lamar, the past 2 years, yes, hasn't been much. Been getting injured a lot. He still has won an MVP. I think he still can prove everybody wrong and just show people that he still can do it. That's all I'm saying. I'm out of my hands. I'm not going to go into an argument with Lamar Jackson. He deserves to be in low-end S tier. That's my thought. Let's just get out of the way. Tom Brady. If we're going off this past year, I'm not even gonna rank Tom Brady. He retired. Out of my hands. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. He did play last year, so I do gotta rank him. God. I'm gonna put him in front of Rodgers. Him and Rodgers are low end A tier last year. It wasn't anything special. He still went out there and won games for the team. I think he came back against New Orleans one of those games and had like a very, very, very good game. Everybody knows how great Tom Brady is. Yes, we're going all time. Obviously, Tom Brady's up here, but last year he didn't do much at all, in my opinion. In fact, you could probably argue that Daniel Jones did better than Tom Brady last year, or Kirk Cousins. But we're putting him here. Even there, you could probably argue that Rodgers deserves to be down here. All right, let's get out of the way. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league, no question about it. Not even going to argue it. And then from best quarterback in the league to one of, if not the worst quarterbacks in the league. The two Jets quarterbacks. The two golden boys of the Jets. Zach Wilson. I'm actually going to put Zach Wilson above Sam Darnold, but that ain't by much, I'm not going to lie. I think there was a lot of promise of him coming out of BYU in 2021. Did he also get drafted? He got drafted with Mac Jones, yeah, because it went Trevor Lawrence. San Fran traded up for Trey Lance. Chicago took Justin Fields. Or the Jets must have drafted Wilson before Justin Fields, I think. So I think it went Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mac Jones. And you could argue that Mac Jones has had the second best career so far. Obviously, Justin Fields is doing very well. I actually have him ranked above him, don't I? Oh, yeah, I have him ranked above Mac Jones. I got Trey Lance ranked above Mac Jones. And obviously, Trevor Lawrence has had a very good career so far. Zach Wilson, much to be desired. Malik Willis for Tennessee, not impressed. I'll put him high end D tier. I don't think he's amazing. I think he's definitely better than Ryan Tannehill, who I'm going to put here. I'm going to split up these guys here. I don't think Ryan Tannehill is anything special either. These two guys, obviously Malik Willis is the future. I'm pretty sure that's Malik Willis. If it's not Malik Willis, you can correct me. I don't know who that is. I won't lie. I don't know what this is either. I don't know these 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know these guys. But Malik Willis, I mean, hopefully, again, he has a good career. Tough. They don't really have many weapons. No more Robert Woods. Obviously, no more A.J. Brown. Chigakonkwo, the tight end. I think he's pretty good. I won't lie. God, why do I want to say Brian Hoyer? This is a bald guy that played for Houston. Davis Mills, that's who it is. Davis Mills. I think he's better than Desmond Ridder. And I don't think it's by much. I kind of feel bad for Davis Mills. Who did Houston pick up? Did they pick up anybody in free agency after they let Brandon Cooks go? I don't know. But Davis Mills, again, a lot to be desired. He was picked late, I think. For where he was picked, he's been alright, but I mean, nothing special, I won't lie. Matt Stafford, call it recency bias. Again, if we're going off last season, obviously he got injured early, so he'd be in E tier. I want to put him. Oh God, I don't know. He's got to be up here. He's got to be at least here between Geno and Jared Goff. He's got to maybe even higher. I'd put him above Kyler Murray. Actually, I'd put him above. I'd put Geno above Kyler Murray. Actually, he did very good this year. That's more like I like that better. Matt Stafford, again, got injured right after like week 3 or week 4. Big Super Bowl hangover. The whole team just absolutely sucked ass. But hopefully they can turn it around. I mean, they still got Cooper Kupp. They let Jalen Ramsey go for like nothing. Not let him go. They traded him for like nothing. So I think that was just, I don't know what they're doing there. All right, Tua. Tua turned the ball over. No, Tua, pretty good. These three are tough. I think this is a good list right here. So far, this is a pretty good list. I think Tua deserves to be right there. Again, not much. I'm not going to get into the whole injury thing that happened last year with the concussions. It's horrible what Miami did, letting him walk out like that after he got concussed 2 times in 1 week. 2 or 3 times in 1 week. It was ridiculous. Tua is a very good quarterback. Like I said, mid-A tier. I don't think he's as good as Trevor Lawrence, and I think he was on par, if not a little better than Brady last year. Again, he's still got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, no more Gesicki. But, I mean, those two alone right there are 2 of the best wide receivers in the league. So, here's the Tua, proving it and going out and proving the haters wrong, I guess. I'm not a hater, but I don't think he's incredible. That's all. Here we go. Yes, you can make the jokes that he likes his massages. Put him right there. That hurts Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff had a good year. Deshaun Watson this year kind of sucked. Again, he was away from football for a little while. I think 12 weeks? I think he was away for 12 weeks. And then the whole last year fiasco, and I'm not getting into that. Yes, if it was in his prime, if it's him in his prime, he's up here with Joe Burrow. Because he was phenomenal in Houston with Hopkins and Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller. Where is Will Fuller now? I completely forgot about him. I know he was with Miami for a year. Then he got hurt in like the first game. Of course he did. But, yeah, Watson right now, he's got weapons. He's still got weapons there. I really thought, with all that guaranteed money they dropped on Hopkins, they really screwed themselves over. They screwed themselves over, and then they screwed over every other single team in the NFL with signing a quarterback with all that $230 million guaranteed. Because now Lamar wants the same contract, and I think he deserves it more than Watson. But not getting into that. Watson has some good weapons down there. Amari Cooper, very good wide receiver. DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones, pretty good wide receiver. And one of my favorite tight ends in the league, a sleeper tight end. I'm going to keep saying it because he just proves everybody wrong, is David Njoku. I think he's a very good tight end. Mitch Trubisky. God, this D tier list is pretty long. I won't lie. I don't think he's as good as he's probably as good as Tannehill. I won't lie. Nothing special about Mitchie Biscuits. That's all I gotta say. He doesn't play for Buffalo. He plays for Pittsburgh now, I think. Was it Pittsburgh? I think he plays for Pittsburgh now. Yeah. All right. Enough of that. And then another quarterback probably going to my D tier. Oh my God, dude. Where do you put Carson Wentz? I'm putting him right here. I think I'd rather have Carson Wentz over Davis Mills by like the slimmest of margins. But I would still rather have him over Davis Mills. And then these four, I don't know if that's Sam. It's not Sam Howell, is it? I don't know these four. Oh, that looks like a mix of Mac Jones and I don't know, somebody else. I don't know these four. I think that's Sam Howell. I think. I don't know. But here is my quarterbacks tier list. We had a lot of people in the B and D tier list, but I think that's just how it goes. You can argue that Watson and Fields should be in C tier. I don't know. I really think it's tough. My top 5, I think, are guaranteed. My top 10 can be mixed around. I think you can drop Brady and Rodgers and put in Danny Dimes or Kirk, or even go down here. Maybe you want to put in nobody else, really. I think Russ is going to have a top 10 year. I think he'll do really well. My top 8, however, are absolutely set in stone. Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Joe Burrow, number 2. Josh Allen, 3. Hurts, Lamar, Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. I think these two can be interchanged if we really want. I think next year will really prove that. I think Trevor Lawrence is better than Herbert next year. This year, however, I think it was close, and you can put them side by side. Tua proving himself. A lot of young quarterbacks up here. I don't know if I think Mahomes is the oldest out of everybody here. 2020, was Tua 2020? I think he was 2020, 2020, 2020, 2018. I think it was 2018. He backed up Joe Flacco. Then the next year he had the MVP season, 2019. So 2018, 2020, no, 2019, 2020? 2020. Wow, a lot of quarterbacks in 2020. 2018, I think it was 2018, Josh Allen. 2020 and 2017? 2017, backed up Alex Smith for 2017. 2018 was his MVP year, the first one. And then obviously, yes, 1999. And when the hell was Rodgers drafted? 06? I don't know when Rodgers was drafted. So, a lot of youngins in the top 10. Actually, all youngins in the top 8. Although you can argue that Mahomes is now not a youngin anymore. Him and, Allen and Lamar got drafted in the same year. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I said. I said 2018 for both, I think. Yeah, I did. A lot of youngins. But I know Joe Burrow is pretty old, too. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow is older than Lamar Jackson. But, that's my tier list. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Going to be streaming Madden in a few minutes as soon as all the content drops. Again, if you guys want to see a sneak peek of it, this is all the new stuff I'm really going to focus on the Easter promos here. I really want this Devontae Adams. I think he's going to be killer. And I really want this Marshawn Lattimore. I'm pretty sure those are both the LTDs. And then here are the other cards. Marshawn Lynch. Ty Law looks really good. Stephon Diggs looks alright. 97 speed kind of kills him. TJ Watt. Matt Stafford. Adrian Amos looks alright. Christian Kirksey. A lot of other people, but that was my NFL quarterbacks tier list. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like down below. Probably be posting this on YouTube, we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.